I will not bend when you're young.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got Devontae Smith. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Bills and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hand and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 63 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Vikings have 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So a loss of 5.
He's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown. So now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 at a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 3rd down, Corral. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that would be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 7. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it, and he'll pop that ball free.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and it usually means running play, but we have seen him throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Corral's throw complete there to Smith.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Corral.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Corral to throw once again.
Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
A give running right is Akers.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the play fake, Corral. Bell brings it in across the formation.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now out comes Minnesota.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man here is Hamilton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
On 2nd down now, it's Shelton. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 29, Corral. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Corral looking to throw. Caught here by Bell. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Illegal touching. Offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, all this hurts in defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go.
Second and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Banks. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Steps away. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts it deep.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Fakes a handoff here. Corral under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. That's their first time getting to the quarterback. Sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Corral. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Corral on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has passed his first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down with Akers. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. This caught out left by Bell. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll complete this one to Watson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Corral with it on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Corral looking to throw it. He's got Smith here. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in for that sack Aiden Hutchinson. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aiden Hutchinson dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's looking deep for Bell. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Bills. David Bell, 81 yards. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw hauled in by Bell.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Takes it to about the 37.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it?
Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Juwan Johnson, 75 yards. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long, here's Corral. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They go play action here on 1st down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. For 30 more yards and another 1st down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with a...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here come the Bills. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensive. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
A good call there by Sean McDermott to throw the flag. Play action, Corral. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but